Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Leaders 100 book launch meet and greet. This isn't just a book launch, it's a gathering of change makers, innovators, and heart-driven leaders who are redefining what leadership looks like in this time. Everyone here represents one of 8 or more leadership styles that move the world forward. From agile leaders who adapt fast to the collaborative ones who build bridges, the empathetic ones who heal teams and families, the influential ones who inspire through action, the authentic ones who lead with truth, the stewards who protect the mission, the transformational ones who elevate everyone around them, and the resilient ones that keep rising. So tonight is simple. It's about connection. You'll get to meet other authors, learn a little bit about one another, celebrate what it means to lead, not just by title, but by deed. Some of you are first-time authors. Others are on your 3rd, 4th, even 5th book, and that's what this community is about growth, collaboration. Under this particular brand, you're part of an exclusive circle of leaders who support, promote, and uplift each other all year long. Your participation gives you a lifetime access to a network that's publishing, speaking, teaching, and creating together. So treat tonight like the beginning of something much bigger than a book. Let's start by introducing ourselves, share your name, your leadership style. And I know some of you wrote more than one leadership style, okay? That's okay. Let's stick to one. And one thing you're passionate about bringing into the world through your message. So welcome to Leaders 100, where leadership meets legacy. Remember that there's some icons in the bottom. You can raise your hand and help support each other as we're introducing ourselves and introducing everyone who's joining. We have a few other people who just joined. We have Hoyt Andrews. He is based out of San Antonio, Texas, and Miss Velma Vanessa Morris, who has also joined us. So welcome. I know that I had asked who wanted to go first, and dare I say that I would love to start with Enrique, one of my huge supporters and allies, and he's been so supportive through all of these years of publishing. Would love to start with you, Enrique, him and his lovely wife, Nancy Acosta, who's also an author. They're based out of Florida. So go for it, Enrique. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces and some that go back all the way from Hawaii. And it's amazing that we are collaborating in this manner. My leadership style is so fluent that sometimes I don't know what to pick specifically, but empathetic leadership is probably one that is nearer to me than most other styles. Love to give grace and mercy, and I see Misha coming in, and so happy to be involved with this project among some other ones that we are involved with. And if I could bring anything to the world through leadership, would be heart-centered leadership, the type that is not only looking out for their own trajectory and professional goals, but also willing to reach down, grab somebody, and make sure they go along with them.
Thank you, Enrique. And that is so true of you and everything that you've done, everything that you do with your podcast, and even your military background. Since the moment I met you, that's all you've done. You've just helped so many, and I'm not talking 1 or 2 people, but like hundreds of people, to level up and get to the next level. And so I just want to say, for all the amazing writers, authors that are published here, Enrique has a wonderful podcast. Actually, don't you have several podcasts that you have?
Well, I've wanted them. I put them all in one now. Developing the Leader Within podcast. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, because I saw a few, but he's your guy, and also he does executive coaching. So if you all are ever in need of anything like that, he's the guy. And I just want to say here publicly that your family, you and Nancy, have been So I'm just grateful to have you in my circle in my life, and you've been supportive of my work. And you know, we all know it's never an easy thing when you're starting out in business. And you know, with the publishing adventures that we've had, I appreciate you and your family for the support. So thank you so much, and thank you for being here. Fantastic.
I
I saw
appreciate
Oscar.
Enrique and Nancy too. I'm very, very grateful to have met them through the Latinos 100 community. So,
Hey, Amervis. I think I saw Oscar Olivares. Are you available, Oscar? I saw you on camera. There you are. Hey, I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you for the
So
invite.
go. Are you are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm always ready. So,
Absolutely.
okay, well, first of all, thank you all for the invite. It's so excited to be here. I've followed you, most of you, on LinkedIn or throughout some publications, especially with through Adriana's posts. They've been very helpful, and it's been a long journey. I've been a little bit slow, kind of like that joke where Papa Tomato tells Baby Tomato, "Hurry up and catch up." That's where I need to be as far as my publication. So a little bit about me. Servant leadership is my uh, style, I would say. Uh, Primarily because, there's a few of us here as well that are in the military. So first of all, thank you for your service. And then, kind of graduated through different profession professional roles in throughout business as well. And now it's a hybrid of military, business, and national security. So I've seen everything from, the Middle East out in the field where I was a young 20-year-old Marine doing some fun stuff to now travel throughout the world, especially the Middle East, and then now in the Pacific for the past 5 years, continuing to do national security work and government work, defense contracting. So it's been quite a journey and a little testing, my wife would say, but it's been great to help people in every level that I've been in and able to mentor, coach, hire, train, and provide opportunities to those that I've been able to serve. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Oscar. I appreciate you. Oscar and I have been in contact for quite a few years now, and we're working on eventually publishing his book. And this will be one of many, of course, as he's part of this anthology. And also, he was part of the Latinos 100. I want to say, thank you for being here, Oscar. And also, I know it has been challenging because he actually moved from the Marshall Islands, right, with the family and it's never an easy thing when you move your entire family, but he had sent me a message. I think this was a year or so ago, where you were still in the Marshall Islands and you were on a helicopter overseeing the Pacific Island with I think it was a bunch of Air Force pilots, right? And I remember, was it Army? A bunch of Army guys. And I remember showing that to my son because he hadn't yet left to the Army. And I was like, look he knew about you because we were working together on the book. And that really pumped him up and that really motivated him, because he saw, he sees this young guy flying with a bunch of Army guys overseeing the Pacific. And it was just, and so I appreciate you sending me that video because that was such a big deal in my family and that doesn't go unnoticed. And I just appreciate you that you've kept in contact. I know that you've been moving around and everything, but as we continue to work together, I think that this legacy piece and being part of this book will really enhance all the other projects you have going on. And congratulations! I think you got a certification at Harvard. I think it was.
I did. I finished the last executive education to become alumni at HBS. Yes.
Nice. Congratulations. That's amazing. Good for you. So fantastic. I so appreciate you. Thank you for your service too. I'll go ahead and I believe I saw Dr. Aboud. There you are. Oh, let me unmute.
Hello. Hi, everybody. So nice to see all of you in this platform. I've also seen many of you in the on LinkedIn and other platforms. So it's been great to collaborate with Adriana, because here we are. I have access to all of you now, so in some ways. So this has been wonderful. I have truly enjoyed working with Adriana. As she mentioned, the memoir is coming out soon, hopefully by February. But we also collaborated on a separate book called "Who Does She Think She Is?" Because in the corporate world we have their own difficulties. So, who does she think she is? You guys check it out, read it. It's pretty fun. And so, being part of this anthology is amazing. I chose agile leadership. I think in leadership we don't realize it. We might identify with one type, but I think when you're actually out there leading, you're going to use all of them at different times to adjust yourself. And I chose to talk about agile leadership because I actually have had great mentors in the field who have been so trusting of me, and where I didn't even believe in myself, but they believed in me. And I think that was so powerful that through them believing in me, I saw what I could do. And I delivered in ways that, I grew divisions from 500 net revenue to 3.5 million net revenue. So for me, it was just, I saw the work, but it wasn't just about the money, right? It was about the people, right? Hiring the right people. And so yeah, the pieces that I wrote about was just because I had great leaders that really mentored me, and I am where I am because of them. So grateful to be here, grateful for this amazing opportunity, and sorry for my unprofessional background. I'm at UC Davis today. It's Parents' Weekend for my son, so we're here visiting him. But I would not miss this meeting for the world. And so here we are. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Aboud. Appreciate you. Yes, that book was quite fun to write with you, for sure. If you haven't picked up a copy, Who Does She Think She Is? And I'm excited about your memoir coming out soon. Wait till you hear the story. It's pretty amazing. It has been very fun to work with you, of course, as you know, and I love flying into San Francisco to see you. I appreciate you being here too, because I know you're taking the time out. Marisa Rivera, thank you for being here.
Thank you, and welcome to everyone. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. And thank you, Adriana, for giving me the opportunity. And I haven't written the book, but I've written many, many, many articles throughout Latina Style magazine for about 10 years. And most of them about leadership, and especially women in leadership and Latinas in leadership. I've written a lot of my articles on servant leadership, on courageous leadership, and I think on especially the times that we're living nowadays, it requires all of those leaderships. And I'm looking forward to this book, because I think all of the leaderships that we're talking about, it's what it's required to really take this country forward. So I'm looking forward to that. But as I age and as I use all of those leadership, I was thinking about writing, my 1,000 words. And I said, every leadership style requires one thing, and is to look within. So I wrote mine about leading from within. Leadership starts with you. And from every leadership, or every leader requires to really look from within, starting with knowing yourself. And knowing yourself really well, so you can answer back to those who question you from everything, from the essence of who you are. So knowing yourself well, being able to answer to that, to being able to know yourself, know your purpose, know your mission, know your vision, and be able to use all of that throughout your leadership. Be empathetic with others, be able to use your emotional intelligence, which is something that many times we never learn those through our, college years. But it's so important when you're really dealing with negotiations with others. And in difficult times such as this one, it's easy to lose it. And that emotional intelligence is important, but it's part of really knowing yourself and how you can control those emotions to be able to negotiate in difficult circumstances. So all of those pieces I put in the writing in this short piece. So I combine those: the servant leadership, the courageous leadership, the collaboration, the empathy, but really all begins with knowing yourself, leadership from within. So I look forward to reading all of your pieces and looking forward to, I think this will be a treasure book for many people, and looking forward to getting to know a lot of you closely. And again, Adriana, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and looking forward to becoming friends with all of you. I'm in Miami, by the way, so look forward to having close relationships. And I have to catch a flight. What?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I have to catch a flight, so in a little bit I'll log out. But I look forward to connecting with all of you.
Thank you,
Thank
Marisa.
you.
Appreciate you. All right. Daniel Botchway, New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, hello. Good evening. I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
Mhm.
we can hear
Yeah.
you. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here, Daniel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adriana. I appreciate. I think I consider myself fortunate to have found you. I've been trying to write a memoir, and I've been looking, and I guess God so good, and just fortunate running into you, and I need someone to guide me. I realized that going solo was almost impossible, or I wouldn't be able to do it right. So having you in my corner, I really appreciate it. And so far, it's been very, very good. I I didn't say so far so good. I'm going to tell you a quick joke. I'm based in New York. As a matter of fact, I happen to be in Pennsylvania now. One of my son's school program, so I'm in Pennsylvania for a school program. But the joke is so far so good. They don't never say so far so good. And I'll tell you why. Say a guy came to New York. He went up to the Empire State Building, and when he got to the Empire State, he went to the very top, and then he jumped. When he jumped, as he was going down, people came out of the window and they were asking him, "So, how you doing?" He said, "Oh, so far so good. So far so good." He had not dropped, he hasn't fallen yet. So that's just a joke. But my memoir, name of my memoir is called "From Kolowoko to the World." Kolowoko, I was born in Accra, Ghana, in what do you call it? A neighborhood called Kolowoko, which is underprivileged and under resource, hustling throughout, and to be able to make it through. And I I even went to Europe, went to the Soviet Union back in the 80s, and then to America. And now I'm a program manager running a $19 billion redevelopment program at GFK. And it's been very, I consider myself very, very fortunate. So the memoir is about that. And I try to educate the reader about my upbringing, and along the way, talk about things that I think that a lot of people don't know. Um, Kolowoko, what is Kolowoko? I hopefully when you get a chance, you can Google it. K. I think I'll type it in. Um, so you Google and see if you can even find it on the map. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that I remembered as I was listening, I heard some people talk about military, and you won't believe when I was a kid, one of the things that I wanted to be was to be military man. And you won't believe the reason. The reason is because of the uniform. It looks so pristine and sharp. That's the reason I wanted to be military. It didn't work out that way. But the Adriana has asked me to participate in this forum. And for me, the she had asked the 8 styles of leadership. I included, I thought 8 was enough, so I made it 11. And one of them, I will just pick one and talk about. And that is collaborative leadership that is building with many hands. Nothing in my field. I happen to be an engineer. That's my background. I'm in program management. And every building, bridge, tunnel, and terminal is a result of countless hands and minds, contractors, architects, government officials, airlines, financiers, community stakeholders. When I took on the JFK International Airport Redevelopment, collaboration became my core practice. The Port Authority, New Terminal 1, JFK, Millennium Partners, Delta Airlines, the community, they all have a stake in it and a voice in transforming the airport into a world-class global gateway. And right now, we're in the midst of it, and it's one of the projects that we're involved in was the LaGuardia Airport. Joe Biden at one point joked that it was like a third world airport. Now it's regarded as the one of the best airports in the world, and JFK is coming along nicely that way too. I just saw Miriam Simon. She was the one that introduced me to Adriana Rosales. So Simon, thank you. And I'll end there.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I'm excited to do your book cover reveal. And I saw your son commented on LinkedIn. He is so proud of you. Or there was a post and he commented. So I got to see his name, and I can't wait to meet him and your family as well. I appreciate you. It's been fun working with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I have Charo Toledo, who is, are you ready? We can give her a few minutes. Let's see where she is. There you are. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Charo.
Thank you, Adriana, for putting all of this together.
You're welcome.
What's the, I'm sorry.
So Charo's based out of LA, and you want to share a little bit about your background and a little bit about what you wrote?
Yes. So basically, I'm a writer-producer in Los Angeles. I have written for television and film. And right now I'm writing I wrote for a show called Isos High. I've wrote for a show called El Vato. I've written a couple of movies. I was raised as an actress, and now I actually transitioned into writing for television and film because there were no roles for Latinas. And so I wanted to create my own. And so at the end of the day, and now I'm writing a book called The Latina Survival Guide, a memoir of drama, trauma, and telenovela logic. And it is my memoir, but it is written very tongue-in-cheek. It is nonlinear. It is written like a telenovela. We are launching it on 12/25. And I'm super excited to be working with Adriana. I love her. She is amazing. And the reason I love this process is because she's allowing me to write the book that I want to write. And when I've been here in Hollywood, they sanitize your story. And I'm actually writing a story that is bilingual, nonlinear, written like a telenovela, like a bingeable telenovela, starting my family, which is over the top and crazy. And I can't wait for you to read it. The way the book is written is that you can pick up a chapter, read it, laugh, and leave it alone and come back to it. And I am just supremely excited to be in this amazing company of all of you. And I don't know what else to say about leadership. You know, for me, it all starts with a vision and then authenticity. And everything that I try to do is incredibly, it has a vision, authenticity, and I work so hard. And that's how I teach the people around me to work as hard as me. I am not, if there's something needs to be clean, I clean it. If something needs to be cooked, I cook it. If somebody needs a shoulder to cry on, I will listen. And I think that just, I'm very real. I don't talk about my awards or anything because it doesn't matter. I'm just here. I'm just a human being. And my mission here is, my motto is your voice, your power. So I'm so delighted and honored to be in the company of such notable writers. And Adriana, I adore you. I love you. My heart is so full. This book means a lot to me. It's the first time that I could just write my voice and not be sanitized by Hollywood. So I'm extremely excited for you to read it and share it with you.
Thank you, Charo. I appreciate it. I
No
love you too,
sanitation,
Amiga,
Charo.
and,
No sanitation.
no sanitation. I appreciate you being here, Charo. I know you might need to leave a little bit early, but I appreciate your time. And she's being very humble. She's got quite some amazing awards, quite lengthy. And as she says, she's very humble when she talks about her trajectory. But she's the who's who in Hollywood. And I appreciate you being here. And it has been very, very fun to be working alongside you. Wait till you see her cover. It's like a TV guide cover, which is it's not out there. And so it's very, very different and unique. So I appreciate you. I'm going to go with Miss Misha, because I know that you're out in the DC area. I appreciate you being here, Miss Misha. So good to see you. Oh, let me ask you to unmute. There you go.
Hey everyone, how are you? Good evening. Good evening to you. I am coming off of a bowling event. I had to rush home. You would not want to be in the car with me 20 minutes ago. I had to rush from the bowling alley and get here. Infrared Vision, which is the name of my company, sponsored a bowling event locally in my neighborhood. I just took 6 women and paid for them to bowl and have fun. But I'm glad to be here tonight. Adriana, you know how I feel about you and reaching out to me and including me in this project. I feel like I'm chasing the heels of Enrique this year, because Enrique and I were just in a book project with my business coach of 7 years, Maureen Edwards, that launched in June. And so seeing him here tonight, when you mentioned my name, it just warmed my heart. But being a part of this project has really actually, because my business name is Infrared Vision, I believe in vision. So on my vision board, my computer doesn't show it tonight, but there's a vision board right behind over my left shoulder. And I believe in vision 100%. It's what I lean on every single year since 2010 to get me through a lot of adversity. So I'm a mindset coach that helps the 40+ community work through adversity. And being a part of this project and leadership, you help me, allow me to help me focus on what type of leader would I want to be. I'm kind of in the humility bucket. I really don't pay attention to titles, but when it comes to writing my chapter, I talked about transformational vision leadership. What is a vision? What is your infrared vision? I use my own business name. And what is it if it's not transformational? Kind of like what the last lady had said, rolling up the sleeves in leadership and being a part of whatever's going on, and not being that person that's 10,000 foot level looking down, but also collaboration, making sure that everyone is aligning up with the vision. Do you understand the vision? Is the vision executable? Are people in alignment with it, especially in their mindset? Everything starts in the mindset first before it rolls out into anything else. And if people are not in alignment with the vision and alignment with their mindset, if their feet and their eyes and their mouth are going in different directions and not connecting, then we need to correct that. In order for a vision to be in alignment, you're going to have your eyes and your brain and your mouth and your feet going all in the same direction. So I did talk about that in the chapter. And you are inviting me, help me increase my what I call confidence in my dyslexia. I am 59 and a half, and I was born with dyslexia, and it has been a struggle all my life. And so being in these projects have really increased my confidence. And I just thank you and I praise God for you. And I appreciate you allowing me to be here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I know when you told me about the bowling, I was like, oh, well, I don't know how far away the bowling.
Girl, you never seen a Volkswagen Beetle speeding down the road so fast. I'm glad none of y'all were in the car with me.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're going with Mr. Hoyt Andrews. There you are, my dear friend. Hoyt Andrews and I go back, way back. I've known him for 20 plus years.
Good evening, everyone. So good to be amongst the leadership of many, as you all have, a number of years of experience. It's just, I'm grateful and thankful to be involved at this point. Of course, Adriana, your friendship over the years has been very important to me, and I'm in front of everyone. I just want to say thank you. From a background perspective, you could read it on LinkedIn, and it's one thing I think you'll probably conclude. Well, this is what I hope you conclude, and it has to do with my leadership style. In the Bible, it says in Matthew 6:33, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all its righteousness, and everything else will be added." So, incumbent in that scripture talks about how you should be as a person, and how you want people to react to you, and how you should treat them. But if you have the right mindset, where you've kept God number one, then the rest of your behavior as a leader will be such that you can lift others. You could have compassion. You could show empathy, and God will bless your life just like He's blessed my life. If you look at all the things I've actually done in the world to improve the life of other people. So, I mean, that's how I would sum up leadership style. Start with yourself first. Be a good follower of the master, and following the master, your life will be blessed.
Yes.
Thank you, Hoy. Appreciate
All right, I got
you.
a convert.
another really, really humble.
Hold on. He said he got a convert. He hasn't been with Anna Maria, right?
All right.
Convert you, so you two should get together after this. I'm kidding.
No, seriously. You can get me anytime on LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, some colleagues and I, we're starting another company. So that's what I'm deeply embedded in. And right now, I'm headed to a dinner with some of those folks. So if I drop, please feel free to connect with me, okay?
Yeah, he as well, just like Charo, very humble about the background. Just quickly, few seconds, military officer, United States Air Force, and has had patented technology, and used to work for the patent office, and has started a few startups. The way I met him was that he had hired me, him and a partner of him had hired me when I was like 27 years old to do some marketing for their up and coming company. And the way that I know about how to start a company and how to build a company is because of this man right here who showed me how to structure a company, who modeled for me what it was to grow, who taught me and still continues to educate me on how to, figure out how to set up a company, how to work, what sweat equity meant, how to divide shares within the company, how to patent things, and what the process is. And to me, he's been a blessing, because had it not been for this man right here, I probably wouldn't be in business, because I'd be too intimidated to actually go for it. But because of this man, I have had the confidence to go for it, because he modeled for me that it was possible. And for me, it was important. We met, I don't know if you remember this, Hoyt, but we had met at a conference. And at the time I was working for a corporation, and at night I was running my company called DigiPhoto. And we met at a conference. And then from that moment on, as we became friends, I learned, and I think he wasn't doing it intentionally to teach me, but I was watching how he was developing and growing his businesses. And I'm forever grateful for that, because it does matter who you associate, and it does matter who models for you. And so this is why, for me, it's important to have these kinds of groups, even within the publishing industry, to have people who have done that and been there, because we are now modeling for the younger generation. We are now modeling for others as they read our pieces, as they read what we've learned as leaders. So I can only say right now publicly, Hoyt, that you have been an inspiration to me, both as a friend and as a business professional, and I just admire you. I always say, my friends know this, or say, I have a friend who's like an Einstein. He's the guy. He was working at the
Oh, thank
patent
you,
office just
Adriana.
like
You're
Einstein did,
kind.
and but he's definitely a wealth of knowledge. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for participating
Thank
in this
you.
anthology. And I believe that we're all here celebrating each other's and in successes, and then I deeply appreciate like the humility that so many of you come with, where of course you don't showcase everything that you've done in your life, but all of us have worked hard to be able to have a platform, and then to share that wisdom and that knowledge to help our younger generation. And I appreciate you. So thank you, Hoyt, for being here. I'm going
Adriana,
to go.
and I have that 6 o'clock hard stop.
Yes. Yes, I know. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. So for those of you who have a hard stop, I understand. I'm going to go through 3 more people, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much. Miriam, go for it. Thank you so much for being here, Miriam. Miriam Simon.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be here with you all. It's super exciting and a great pleasure to see everyone's faces, some new, some that I know already. And when I was thinking about my chapter, I was just thinking about my grandfather, and I was thinking how he would help me get through. And the one story that comes to mind is when he would tell me when I was trying to drive and I was scared. I was so scared. I was like a nervous wreck. I'm like revisiting it right now, feeling so scared and so, I'm like, Grandpa, I can't. Like, he's like, just go for it, And in Spanish, he's like, hija, sin miedo, like without fear, just be fearless, go. And I always remember his voice he's passed on. And every time that I'm doing something hard, every time that I'm doing something new, as I do something new all the time, all I do is remember his voice and him telling me, go with it, go sin miedo, hija, it's okay. And then I think about adding the fuerza, right? Like the power, and adding the faith, the fe, that most of, the majority of us need to have, because sometimes when we're the first ones, we're the only ones navigating it on our own. And so that's what I've chimed in, and that's what I wanted to bring to the table. And I wanted people to see how many firsts we had. So what I did is I wrote a whole paragraph from beginning to end, the first this, the first that, the first this, the first, and my whole family, so that everybody can see that, hey, sometimes we are the first, and sometimes in many, many different ways we've done it. We've been the leader, and we don't take credit for doing those things and doing the hard things. And it's time for us to be those people who really do take credit, and who do say, this is what I have done. This is how far I've come. This is everything that I've been able to do. And now that we have so many different ways that we can share our story, which thankfully, we've all come across Adriana, that now we can be unfiltered. We can say our truths the way they are. We can tell our stories right from, I'm from Mexico. I wasn't even born in a hospital. I was born in the ranch out there. And then my parents brought me to the United States at 6 months old, right? That I would never be able to share my story through traditional ways. And I am a very non-traditional person, so it's right on brand for me. And I'm really happy and excited to be part of the leadership here with everyone. I mostly talk about authentic leadership, but there's also courageous leadership, like other people have mentioned, and aligning your truth with being a leader. right? A lot of times we tend to hide stuff. I used to hide my like 5 identities. I remember hiding them because I was so afraid. But moving through life sin miedo and con fuerza y fe, you know, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. I love it. My dad used to say that too. Sin miedo, like, and I would remember that all the time. Which it just like you, when I would walk into a meeting, I'd think about that too. So thank you. I appreciate you. Love you, amiga.
Love
Nancy
you, Miss
Acosta.
Simone.
And what's so funny is I
Miss
went to
Nancy
Puerto Rico
Acosta.
and they kept telling me the same thing. They were like, sin miedo, sin miedo. I was like, oh my goodness, like now it's coming up again. I said, that's a definite, you know, keep using it, keep going.
That's a good book title, by the way, too. So let's move on with Nancy, and then we'll I have, I think, 3 more people, or no more. Go for it, Nancy. Oh, unmute. There you go. Sin miedo, Nancy, sin miedo.
I'm trying to unmute myself. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Acosta. I'll keep it as brief as possible. First of all, thank you, Adriana, and thank you, everyone. And it's nice to meet everyone. Some familiar faces, some very familiar, like my husband. Amervis, it's great seeing you. I have a lot of love for you, Adriana. Ana Maria, it's nice to see you. Miriam, so wonderful to see you. A lot of love for you, too. Nice to see some faces with some of the promotions that you've put on with the books to kind of connect them together. I agree with what several of you have said. We all have to use all different leadership types. But for me, empathetic, it just resonates with me. I've told my husband plenty of times, you know, like I don't know why I feel like I have to be the one that cares and the one that helps, but you have to be in a position where you allow yourself to be human and to feel. And you can't be so high up that before you enter the corporate world, before you enter that corporate building, I've seen it because I've worked with people like that, where they're one way outside the corporate world, very loving, open, very sympathetic, empathetic, and all kinds of things. And the minute they walk to the door, they shut it off. It's like they let that title get to their head and they become a different person. And I personally don't agree with that. I agree with the fact that if I am going to show empathy to someone outside of those buildings, for example, that when you walk in with your team, you have to be able to come down to that level. Yes, you have to sometimes stand firm and you have to spearhead things in a certain direction, and you have to be a certain way, but you should be able to feel those emotions and put yourself in the person's shoes. I like to give what I like to receive, and I try my very best to do that on a daily basis. Do I fail? Yes, we all do. I don't know do that, but I try my very, very best to just constantly show nothing but love and encouragement. And just if someone is falling, helping them pick up and just kind of get together and say, you know what? I got you. I got you to the best of my ability. Let's move forward and let's do this together. And I think that that's very important in the leadership world, because oftentimes we are felt, and I'm saying it again from personal experience, where you're seen as less than, you're seen as you don't matter. You're seen as, let's say, for example, you have a family emergency and your leader recently had a family emergency and everything had to come to a halt and you had to be understanding. But when it happens to you, all of a sudden, when it happens to you, things are different. And now stipulate or timetable. No, you have to stop and think. This is how I felt, or how would I feel in this situation? And let me try to be understanding, and how can we make it work so everyone wins? And I'll just keep it there. I'll keep it at that. So thank you for the opportunity, because I could keep going with it. Thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations to all of you. And I look forward to connecting with many of you.
Thank you, Nancy. You're on fire. You're on roll. You're on a roll there. That's awesome.
I was about to say that shine, Nancy.
What happened to the shy Nancy I met like over a year ago? I don't know.
Is that holding back,
She's got a great book out too. Yeah. She's got a great book out. She's got a beautiful journal that you should all look into. And then more are coming soon, hopefully, right? So this one to include this one. Thank you so much for being here, Nancy.
Thank you.
I am going to go with Miss Paula Aldi's. She's based out of Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, Virginia. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
And
here.
Ditto, Nancy. I'm with you, girl. I mean, that's my story. I was very surprised to be asked to be in a group for leadership. I'm a stay-home mom, a stay-home wife, military wife. So I was just put in that leadership role from day one. Get married. I'm also, it's in my book. I did a memoir. It's just about all my medical issues. I'm an amputee. I'm a type 1 diabetic since a child. Just a lot of things have happened to me. And it's like I had no choice. You got to take a leader. I heard it said earlier, start with yourself. At 12 years old, I had to become my leader. I didn't see myself as a leader, but as the older I got, I realized, yeah, I did a pretty good job at stepping up and taking care of myself. Then with my family, we have 2 adopted children. Our son has got schizophrenia. He's 27 years old, so I'm his therapist, I'm his caregiver, I'm just everything to him, especially his therapist. Now I've got a 21-year-old daughter that's got a steady boyfriend and all that, so I'm her therapist as well, and that's like my number one role now with them being older, is just be there for them. Be there for my husband who goes through his stuff with being retired military, and what he's doing is just, I step back a lot and I just let them do what they want, but I go with them. I ride that ride with them, and I don't feel like their leader or anything like that. I would never put myself as a leader. Adriana helped me realize that with helping me with my book and everything. But everything all of you said, I'm with every single one of you. I feel it, even though, I'm not starting businesses and I'm not that. I've been a leader so many other ways. And I thank you so much, everybody, for putting me in your family now.
Yay! I love
Can't
it.
wait to meet you all.
Thank you, Paula. So her book is coming out on the 15th of November, called, of course, The Woman Who Wouldn't Quit. Wonderful. She also won she's amazing. And then she won the Pen Lapis Award, which I will share why we actually named that award Pen Lapis, which has to do with Dr. Abood, and I'll share that at another time. But Paula's book is going to be out. And the one thing that I love about her is that sometimes as women, and I'll speak, because I'm a woman, that we think, oh, if we're at home and we're raising children, that's not a leadership role. But that is the most important leadership role in the world.
Yes,
to raise the children, to raise, because we're the women who raise the men, and then vice versa, the men who decide to stay home. And I know many men who stay at home and raise the children, and the women go out and work, and vice versa. So as you, of course, all of you will pick up her book and give her a wonderful review the day of the launch, as you know the drill. But yes. the stories that she shares in the book are quite revealing as far as her taking the leadership role in the household, as her husband traveled all over the world with the Navy, and she raised her children while he was gone on tour and serving the country. So it's been fun working with you, Paula, and I do believe that you're at the helm of what it is to be a leader. How to lead a family is, if not the most important position any human being, woman or man, can have. So I appreciate you bringing that, and also having it. I love having your story being part of this particular leadership book, because it isn't just, like you said, it isn't just about business owners and executives. It is about true leadership, authentic leadership. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Velma Vanessa Morris, thank you so much for being here. Yay!
Velda, you're up.
Everyone. I'm a newbie in the group. I have been working on a book of mine, and because of Amervis constantly telling me, let's get it done, take the time. But when you're a leader who's doing the professional development, doing the recruiting, doing the marketing, doing everything, you don't take time out to write. At least I hadn't. And that's a little bit different for me now. I started out in developing robotics programs, first for secondary education students to higher ed. And as that momentum grew, so did I, along with the students, and with connecting to the partnerships from NASA to business people in the community, and other people becoming more involved. And this started 3 decades ago when everybody had a fear of it. So you didn't get the support that was needed, but I kept going, thank goodness. And I learned as the partnerships grew and the different environments and landscapes I found myself in, I became a leader. And in so many ways, I had to use various types of leadership models in order to stay connected with all of my partners. So when I wrote or was, Amervis said, you have to do this. Don't let this escape you. Just write your story. She's always been after me about writing the story. So I thank you, Adriana, for giving me this opportunity to tell a part of what I've been doing for over, 3 decades. I just, in reflecting upon it, I think about my experience with NASA and the astronauts and working with robots and them having the fear initially, is this going to take over my job when you travel and your limbs are weak and you get there and the robot is up and running and doing everything that you can't do for a little while. They became different. Then they became their friends, calling them, giving them a name, just as people are responding to AI right now. And as the vice president of the Society of Women Engineers, just getting everybody's in a silo, just as we found with doctors, they only take care of you for this part of your body versus the other, and not having a multidisciplinary collaboration, as many have to do now with viruses and so forth. You can't work in silos. You do have to work together. So I found myself in every situation that I had, with every program that I developed, I had to use different forms of leadership, be it agile, authentic, empathic, transformative, all of it. So I guess you'll see my passage in it. And I hope, and I'm so excited to be a part of this platform because I never had a mentor ever.
We got you.
Thank you so much, Velma. That's amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you, Amervis, for leading the way and making the introduction. And it was wonderful to read your piece and also to get to know about you. You're definitely unique and someone that's brought so much to the table in the world of science. So I appreciate you being part of this, and I look forward to learning more as well. Thank you so much. I am going with Lisseth. Are you there?
Yes, and I'm sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm actually running errands, so can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you just fine. Yes, thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
No, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and again, I apologize for not being on camera. I have 2 kids, and so the weekends is running errands and their activities, so happy to join here. I'm new to the group. I connected with Adriana a couple months ago, and I have been a co-author of 2 other books. And for me, I chose being an agile leader. I've been working in human resources for 25 years. And in the world that we live in nowadays, I've experienced that for leaders to be effective, they need to be agile. They need to be able to pivot, especially with the constant changes that we live in today. And so my chapter focuses on that and my experience in the field. And I hope the opportunity one day to write my own book and still brainstorming ideas. But it's such an honor to be part of such an amazing group. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Lisseth, for being here and showing that. Appreciate it. I enjoy reading your piece as well.
Thank you.
We'll stay in contact. All right, Amervis Lopez, welcome. All right.
Are you sure? Are you sure there's nobody else left that didn't get a chance to go? I want to make sure everybody has a chance. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go then. I know I said that, but I'm gonna go. Okay, so I will try to be as quick as possible because I had to go get my my rah-rah thing. Okay,
I love her energy.
Okay, so
you're gonna be getting one of these in the mail, by the way, okay? Because that's gonna be our signature piece as the.
I'm gonna try to be really quick because I want whoever didn't get a chance to go. Okay, my name is Amervis. It's a blend of America and vision, and I carry both the vision of what the country could be and the truth of what it still refuses to confront. And I was born in 1972, the same year that Title IX outlawed sex discrimination in education, and that year this country finally decided that women were legally worthy of learning. And I don't want to cry, so I gotta just, okay. So from North Philadelphia's Badlands to Fortune 500 boardrooms, I learned this truth, that real leadership, it isn't about fitting in, it's about changing the systems that decide who gets to lead. And that's why I chose transformational leadership, because my entire life has been a testimony to how that works. And my grandmother, Catalina Torres, God bless her, she used to say, lo que habla mucho, hacen poco. And that translates into those who talk much, do little. And my mother used to say, no puede tapar el cielo con la mano, which means you can't cover the sky with your hand. And so the truth is too big to hide, and real leaders don't hide from it. And that's why I'm in this group of amazing real leaders who don't hide from the truth. And I just, I could go on and on and on, but I'm not. I just want to say that I am just honored to be amongst this group. And I'm so excited to see what all of us have to give to the world. And not just this anthology, but in general. I've already been blessed to work with many of you. I'm just in awe. And so it's time to build systems that don't gaslight human beings anymore. And dignity should be the floor, not the ceiling. And I trust that God knows what he's doing, and that we're all going to come out of this ascending and transcending while also helping others rise and not bringing up the ladder once we get up there. So the truth will rise, and so will we. Vámonos!
Vámonos!
Okay. All right.
That was a record.
Thank you, Amervis. I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you so much for your support. And there's Amervis, I think she's on her 5th book. So you can Google her, and she's written a lot, and it's just like she's one more book under her belt. So that's what we do. We support each other in this community, and we continue to write and publish. So Ana Maria, we'll go ahead and end with her, and then I'm just going to close out as soon as she's done, and then we'll wrap it up. Ana Maria, thank you for being here. She's based out of California.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Well, the Lord said, I have come that you shall have life and life abundant. And so here we are. You guys are part of all that abundance in my life. And I want to thank God for Adriana and for all of you. And really, the energy is amazing. The beauty in our stories and the hardship. As a young girl, I used to dream of that. I didn't know the Lord the way I know him now. I knew something inside me. He knew me. And now I know it was the Holy Spirit telling me that someday all this bad stuff was going to be worth something. It was going to be good for something. And here we are. And I chose authentic leadership. And I want to thank Adriana because she was the first one to let me publish being who I am. And I remember thinking, if they don't want me, then they don't want me, and that's okay. I don't want to be wanted because that's where I stand. And so many of you talked about it, right? It's la realidad. It's our reality. It's whatever you want to call him. You know, I call him God, Jesus Christ, but it's this power way bigger in the universe that is in favor of all, that embraces all, that loves our brokenness with greatness, and that sees the diamond in us. So I work mostly with children, adolescents, and one of the things with the kids is that when they see us now as professionals, they don't know that we too cry, that we too are broken, or where we come from. You know, they just see us now. And I think the authenticity makes us real to them, especially my population. I work with a lot of minorities, and basically what the kids that nobody else wants, throw them in Miss Magallon's classroom, right? She'll know what to do. And I think you can't be a leader unless you're real, and unless you can get people to truly trust you. And how do you trust somebody? Someone else was speaking, and I'm sorry, I forgot who, about how when they put on another face. And so many of you spoke about, it's not about the accolades. It's not about the awards. You're doing what is in your heart, what you know, what you're supposed to do. And the other stuff, I think it was Mr. Andrews who said, it will be added to you. You don't even have to search for it. And I'm a testimony to that, because Adriana is one of those godly additions to me, RMPStudios. And with her, each and every one of you, we had the blessing of being together. And let me tell you guys, it was just amazing. It was beyond words, the energy that was put together. And I'm looking forward to next year, Adriana, for you to do it again, get us all together. I think in leadership, also like my book, Un Poquito de Everything, you've got to be all the 8 leadership styles all the time. You have to be willing to roll with the punches. You have to be authentic. You have to be transformational. And, you know, with the kids, I wrote a lot about, I don't feel like I have to do that to be who I am, which is a talent scout, and take my little diamonds in the rough and let them see themselves shine, you know, and let them envision. And I think of all the awards I've ever gotten, I'm never going to forget. And, you know, of all the names in the world, you know, Jose, his name was Jose. One of my high school students comes to me at the end of the year and says, Maestra, muchas gracias. Thank you so much for teaching me how to dream, por enseñarme a soñar. Before I met you, antes de conocerla, yo no sabía soñar. Says, before I met you, I didn't know how to dream. And here, the dream's coming true. He has a beautiful family now, his own business. And this little boy, you know, from a rancho, like Miriam was saying, you know, she came from a rancho. I came from a rancho. I was killing chickens with grandma. I was killing goats and pigs with grandpa, you know, and then I can go and stand up in front of 1,000 people and give a talk and still be just me, you know, just me. So I'm very, very grateful to Adriana Rosales, to God for making Adriana Rosales, creating this beautiful soul that has given, and I dare to say, all of us wings. Wouldn't you guys agree? She's given us wings. So thank
Absolutely.
you, each and every one of you, for what you have given to us through your writing, through your leadership, through your brokenness. There's beauty. You know, I remember hearing a song somewhere that said that God, que Dios escapa, ¿verdad? En vasijas quebradas. The grace of God just seeps through all the cracks and comes to us. So that's the beauty. You know, you guys, our cracks are letting God's grace seep to get through others, because it is about uplifting each other. And if we say in my church, el que no vive para servir, no sirve para vivir. He who doesn't live to serve doesn't serve to live. So I just want to say thank you, you guys. And remember, he has come that we may have life and life abundance. Y Dios no le quita a uno para darle a otro. Él tiene para todos, ¿verdad? Como él tiene para todos y le sobra. God has for everyone and even more after that. So thank you so much. You can't wait to see the book. I can't wait to see Charo's book, everybody's book. I'm ready to read you guys. I'm ready to read you guys.
Okay, so we all have to sing now, right? Right, Adriana? Every single person has to unmute and sing, "This little light of ours, we're gonna let it."
Okay, you guys.
All right, I'll be quiet.
Listen, so I
Oh, you need us.
appreciate you.
Let's do this. We got to do it. Come on, RMPStudio.
Oh, we're over. We're over. We'll save it for the party, for the after
we're
release
overtime,
party.
We're overtime. We want to honor people's time, but I do want to say, as every one of you can see, this group does not hold back. This group of writers, authors, is not holding back on the kind of leadership they bring to the table, on how open and we're all, I dare say, probably type A personalities with authenticity, and it comes through. I hope that everybody got to learn a little bit about each other and learn about this Community Leaders 100 as we help support each other and publish more books throughout the year, and even support each other through doing podcasting, through doing book signings across the country, and to visit each other in whatever part of the country you are at. I will continue to keep you all connected any way that I can and pour resources into this community, because as you can tell, nobody is shy here. Okay. Nobody is shy, and nobody holds back. So I just want to read something real quick as I close. Although I won't be singing tonight, I will at a live event when we do that. So before
I'll
we
bring the
wrap up
karaoke
tonight,
mic to our next live event.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations to each one of you. Each of you has added one more legacy piece to the world, one more story shared, one more example of what is real leadership and what it looks like, and what it is done with heart, courage, and integrity. Being published under the Leaders 100 brand isn't just another line on your resume. It's proof that you've shown up, you've done the work, and you've shared something that will outlive you. So tonight, as we close out the year, let's raise our glasses, if you brought one, to every written word, every risk taken, every leader here who chose to rise and to share. Here's to finishing strong 2025, to writing more books, to building more legacies, and to stepping boldly into 2026. Cheers, everyone, and congratulations. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, hi,
you can unmute.
Ariana.
Cheers. Woo! Cheers.
Daniel, can I share a word?
Yes, go for it, Daniel, real quick as we wrap up.
You raise a glass. I happen to speak Russian because I had lived in Russia for several years before I came to the United States. And the Russians have a proverb saying that кто не рискует, не пьет шампанское. What that means is, in English, it means whoever doesn't take a risk doesn't deserve to drink champagne.
There you go. I like that one.
I like it. That's awesome.
Thank you,
Hey, like
everyone.
Miriam said, sin miedo, y con miedo también. We still gotta go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Sin miedo. Everyone, thank you for sharing that, Daniel. We're going to use that for sure. Everyone, thank you for hanging out on a Saturday. I appreciate